Characteristics of birds is our heading. We're going to get started on birds today. Characteristics of birds. Not a ton of notes, but we'll get started. First of all, birds belong to the class Aves. The class Aves. So, kingdom would be Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Aves. You've probably heard of aviary, holds birds. If you've been to the Omaha Zoo, they have an aviary, like this big netted dome type thing where the birds can't get away. Some of you maybe wear aviator sunglasses. Pilots wear those. They're flying glasses. The aviary comes from Aves. So they belong to class Aves. They are warm-blooded. Whoops. Birds are warm-blooded. They make their own body heat, just like we as mammals do, but we as mammals have fur to trap in that heat. They have feathers. They maintain a temperature warmer than us, about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's why birds sit on their eggs. Basically, you see the mama birds sitting on the eggs. They're sharing their body heat, keeping their eggs at about 104 degrees. So they are warm-blooded. And that's part of the reason you'll see birds in the winter. You know, you don't see reptiles, amphibians in the winter because it's just too cold. Well, with birds, they can control their own body heat. So you'll see there's certain birds that stick around here all winter, even when it's really cold. They just have to burn more calories to maintain their body heat. They have feathers. All birds have feathers for various things. Flight is a big thing. Some don't fly, but their feathers insulate them from water, like penguins. Maybe they keep them warm. So, various purposes of feathers. All birds are going to lay eggs with a hard shell. Unlike reptiles that have the bendy, flexible, leather-like shell. These are a hard shell that will break, and they incubate those eggs to keep them warm, keep them at that good 104-degree temperature. And the reason they incubate them is because the egg itself isn't big enough to maintain heat. So, like the little chick in the egg will make its own heat, but it's too small. It'll lose the heat faster than it can make it. Eggs come in all sizes and colors. All birds have modified front legs that are modified into wings. Some of those wings kind of act as flippers. Nothing new there. And their hind legs usually have claws, some sort of claws. And you can tell a lot about a bird just by looking at its claws. I don't have to tell you what this bird is, but you can probably tell me that it's going to eat meat because of its claws are sharp and kind of rounded for grasping. This is probably something from a hawk or an eagle grasping a rabbit or something. You could probably guess by looking at this one that this is a flightless bird because right here it's pretty heavy. This would be like an ostrich or an emu to maintain weight. Probably spends a lot of time in the water, grasping trees. This would be maybe something off a chicken for scratching. You're definitely not going to grab anything with that. So you can tell a lot about a bird by its hind legs. Let's go ahead and stop there today.